Good morning, you guys. It's freezing in here at the moment. Okay? So I am filming this early morning, July 3rd. Now, I don't know. Last year, where I live, last year people started doing fireworks early, so I don't know if that's gonna happen again today, but I wanted to do my best to get this video out for you guys, with a couple of tips and tricks that I found. Now, some of them I don't currently have access to, and by the time I had been paid and bills got paid and all of that, I didn't have enough money to be able to get what I wanted to, specifically for Mr. Mufasa, because you guys know he does not do very well with thunder or fireworks. Now, hold on. Okay, sorry about that, guys. Mr. Mufasa decided to jump off the bed, and he told me that he really needed to go potty. So, I took my boy for a potty break, and give him some food. I gotta change his water. Go get some water. Go get what you're gonna go get. Go do what you're gonna do, bud. Is that what you want? Good boy. Okay, so, it's been a while. I'm trying to remember where I was at. I think I was telling you guys Mufasa does not like thunderstorms or fireworks. Loud cars, loud motorcycles, things like that he does fine with. Like, he could really care less. But when it comes to, like, thunder and fireworks, he doesn't like repeated loud noises. Ever since we adopted him, he's never done really good with that. Hey, knock that off. Why do you keep doing that when you know you're not supposed to? Hey, you're gonna get in trouble if you keep doing that. He's digging at his bed. Anyway, I have been working on desensitizing him, specifically at night. When I notice that he falls asleep, I will play a combination of thunderstorm sounds and fireworks sounds. Normally, if I catch it, like, when he's just fading into sleep, he will normally wake up, either crawl into my armpit or lay across me for whatever reason. But if I get it too early, he'll do that, and then he'll start shaking. But with that, I tell him, I'm like, look, I'm here, you're okay, it's not going to hurt you. You know, trying to tell him things that I know will calm him down. Yeah, so there is a couple things that I did a little bit of searching on, and tomorrow, I'm filming this on the 3rd. Tomorrow, I am going to, I have to get him as much exercise as I possibly can. So I think what I'm going to do, I think a sticky note might be a little bit too small for what I want to do. But back here, I have, actually, you know what? I could just write it in, yeah, I could do that. Write it in my training notebook. That way I could show my trainer, and then, because my plan is get him as much mental stimulation as I can, and then get him out on sniffy walks as much as I can. If my body is not up for that, I could always use the treadmill. So I think that's what I'll do. Sniffy walks, treadmill, mental stimulation, things of that nature, I think would be really good for him. I'm gonna move you guys because I need to get to my tablet. A couple other things that I have found is because Mufasa is terrified of these noises, it was highly suggested for me to keep a collar and a handle on him at all times. So I can't, on the fat chance that I have to take him out for whatever reason, he is to have a collar and some kind of grabbable handle on him at all times. So, with that being said, I will get to this bag in a second, but I want to run you guys through some of the other things that I have found for 4th of July that I do kind of really want to try for next year. Next year, I love this because me and my mom were already planning to do kind of a big party on 4th of July for next year. So I am going to keep working with the desensitizing with Mr. Mufasa, but on the happenstance that he resorts back to whatever, honestly, okay, so I found out that human peanut butter is not safe for dogs. So I found this thing. Let me preface this by saying I don't shop on Amazon a whole lot anymore. But if there's something on Amazon that I think or know can help my baby boy, I'm gonna do it. So I found out that human peanut butters were not safe for dogs. So I found these Buddy Butters bacon peanut butter. I don't really know how bacon and peanut butter go together. I don't like peanut butter myself. Anything like peanuts smells really funny to me. It just does not smell appetizing. Gross. But I found these things called Buddy Butters. So, I also have lick mats. I also have a pumpkin pup Buddy Butters. A whole bunch of service dog gear, patches, leashes, collars. And then I found, I don't know if it's like a full like company or if it's more of a small business. I'm not really sure. But I found this thing called Popsicle, where you have like a twist open toy that they can lick a treat out of. But I found out that if you put said treat in the fridge or the freezer, it will last quite a bit longer and they would work even longer for it. So I found a blue popsicle for Xena. I found a pink popsicle for Maddie and a green one for Mr. Mufasa. I have known about Kong for a very long time. I found that specifically the large Kongs tend to work better for my dogs. So I have 2 large Kongs, and then I have a smaller one, which is purple, for little Miss Maddie. I found the Kong filling stuff for it. I'm going to put the Kong filling to block one of the ends, put as much of their meal in it as I can, and then basically block the other side somehow. I'm thinking about using maybe Buddy Butter to block the big side, but because I need the like long top that the Kong filling has to fill the tiny hole at the bottom or the top, however you consider it. So that, all of that. And then I found something called snuffle mats, which I'm very excited about. If all of their meal doesn't go into the Kong, another way that I could entertain them is snuffle mats. So I have 2 picked out because I know hubby has at least 1 picked out for one of the girls. I'm not sure which one. But I have 2 picked out, which if he doesn't like, it's totally fine. And then lick mats. Lick mats was another thing. And then any kind of chew, specifically for Mufasa. Now, my dogs get raw beef bones. They absolutely love it, which this year I was able to get. So next year I would like to be able to have all of this on hand and see about maybe getting some small treats. You guys will see a problem that I ran into, which I didn't expect, but you'll see a problem here in a minute. But yes, chews. Any kind of dog chews. Yaks. I found this brand called Mighty Paw Yak Cheese Dog Chew. I like that this brand only has, I think, milk, salt, and lime is the ingredients for these yak chews, which I really like. Oh, come on, really? Okay. Weighted dog vest, specifically for Mufasa. This year I was thinking about using Bridgeport, which my fellow service dog users who have a Bridgeport will know that these harnesses are not light. They're actually kind of heavy. So I figured that might work for handles and stuff on Mufasa. However, with how big he is, I think it would not fit very comfortably. He is just not built for these types of harnesses. I think if I get a counterbalance handle, guide handle, pull strap, counterbalance handle, if I get all of that, I might have to go through a company called Yup Collars, but I don't know if they have the weight that I'm looking for and the comfortability for a big boned dog like Mufasa. So I think my next best bet would probably be a weighted dog vest for Mr. Muzi. Okay. Now, I found this is ridiculously expensive for 5 braided bully sticks. They want $49.99 for 5 braided bully sticks, which is ridiculous in my mind. And then to make said bully sticks safer, I found a Woof bully safe bully stick holder, which is $20 for one, and when you have 3 dogs, that adds up pretty quickly. So just keep that in mind. I also found, you guys know that I went to grooming school, and in grooming school, one of the first things that we learned is there is something out there called a happy hoodie, which can help dampen noise. I already put cotton balls in Mufasa's ears, and then I put his muffs over top. I think if I put a happy hoodie as another layer of protection, I think that could work really well. Now, another thing that I found is dogs can have melatonin, however, they can only have 6 milligrams. Keep that in mind. The next thing is outside doggy chew toys. Maddie and Xena much prefer to be outside, so that's honestly their choice. I try to bring them in, and there's times where Maddie and Xena will not come in. I'm looking to see if I have anything else. But I think that is everything. On Amazon, at least. Okay. I think that's everything. Perfect. Alright, so my dogs have to, for at least July 4th, when we go to let the dogs out, there is no fireworks allowed where we live. However, people don't listen to that very well. So when we go to let them out in the yard, we don't want them to basically spook like horses do. So it was suggested to keep a collar of some sort on them and to keep a leash on all of them as you go to let them out. So this is Mr. Mufasa's working collar. It's just a basic chain. You'll see his other collar here in a second. Okay. So, you guys know mental enrichment. Who are you? And why are you pulling up in front of my damn house? There's somebody just pulled up in front of my house. I don't know. Mental enrichment, I tend to absolutely love to do with Mufasa. He's not huge on it. However, he has this bowl that he really likes. So we used it as what we call a fun feeder because he doesn't need a slow feeder by any means, but he likes the puzzle to it. So I have this. Hello there. This was his bowl at one point. I just took all of this off, and then he just ate from the food bowl. However, I'm trying to teach him that you can spin this to get toys, or not toys, treats and food out of. However, it's working to teach him to spin it, but I don't have anything small enough to be able to go through the holes to drop down for him to get. That's kind of a weird problem that I ran into with this. So I think for next year, if I plan on using this again, I need to be more prepared ahead of time and actually have treats that will work with this. But as you guys know, it's kind of hard to find him treats. He is very allergic to birds. He cannot have duck, he can't have turkey, and most of all, he cannot have chicken. He swells like mad. My stomach's growling. So I think I need to be a little bit more prepared for this in particular. Now, one thing I am going to say before going through this bag is, honestly, I can't be prepared enough. If you have a dog like Mufasa who's scared of these kind of noises, you cannot be prepared enough. I don't know how he's gonna do. Like I said, I've been working with other sounds to help desensitize him to it. 4th of July will tell me whether it has worked or not. So, this might seem a little bit extreme to people who don't have to do this with their dogs, but for somebody who does, it's not enough. I don't know what else I can add to this bag to make it easier for my dog to be able to get through this. Okay? Like I said, I know it's extreme. Okay? It's very extreme, even for me. I showed you guys everything on Amazon, and now I'm getting ready to show you guys everything in the bag that I carry everywhere with me for my boy. Obviously, I pack the bag accordingly to what I'm going to need for whatever I'm doing. Okay? So, to make the fireworks not so bright with him, it was suggested to get Rex Specs. Now, I got these a couple years ago. The price went way up on them. If you're thinking about getting Rex Specs, the frame alone is $85. It does come with sunglass and clear, like, glass things to it, but this hard case you have to buy separately. To make it a little less extreme for him, I did put the darkest lens that I have in his goggles for him. There's one thing. Alright. Okay, so this is the last, like, mental enrichment, I guess. This toy is from Make Box. This is just like a pufferfish thing. It's got like this thing at the bottom. I don't know. The treats that I would normally use with stuff like this, I was not able to get my hands on this year, which kind of sucks. So I am going to see. I don't know how well this is going to work, but these are milk bone gravy bones. I don't have the hand strength to be able to get this in there, so I'm hoping hubby might be able to help. And then I'm kind of hoping that Mufasa will spend some time on it. I don't know. But there is that. Okay, these are Mutt Muffs. I have to hold the bag up, otherwise it's gonna fall off my lap. These are Mutt Muffs. Okay, again, kind of expensive. I think I paid like $45 for hearing protection for my dog. Like I said, put not Q-tips. Why do I want to keep saying Q-tips? Cotton balls in his ears, and then I put those over top. But I would like to put a happy hoodie in between if I can. So there's that. Okay. I obviously know Mufasa pretty well. I know if the fireworks and what we call the loud boom booms go off tonight, he will not want to eat tomorrow. So I packed a bag of food and his Consequin on top of that. However, Mufasa has been skipping his Consequin lately, so we have to crush the Consequin into the food where he can't do that. My hands are not strong enough to do that, so hubby, can you please do that for me? And then I also have trazodone for him. I'm kind of confused on what to do with puppy trazodone because my mom thinks I should give it to him. My trainer, not so much. So I don't know. I think we might use it as a last resort on him. However, if we have to go that far, I can almost guarantee you we will not be going anywhere for the rest of the night. That is like a last ditch effort type of thing for us. If none of this other stuff ends up working. So, again, it was highly suggested to keep some kind of high value treat that he likes. And for him, it's bacon canine carryouts. I do not usually give him a full one of these. I actually cut them in half and give it to him only when he's either learning a new task, actively alerting, or actively tasking. So, for example, we were at the pharmacy trying to get hubby's medication sorted out because somehow it got all messed up. And when I tell you, this is a different story time here, but we had the weirdest interaction. Also, his downstays are getting so much better thanks to these. So, they do work. Okay. Now, hubby had asked for something very specific. It's an over-the-shoulder leash that we knew he had. However, we had no idea where it was. And I knew he had a whole bunch of his gear in the back of the blazer. He also had a bag that he wasn't using. So, I stole this from him, basically. In here is a prong collar and a gentle leader. I'm not going to bring these out. Again, last ditch effort. It's more for my security to have that with me rather than for him to do anything with. Okay, now, again, this next part is going to be, I totally get it. It's extreme. I know. Okay. This is, before I get to that, this is the 4th of July collars that all of my dogs wear. Another little tip that was given to me is to make sure all of my dogs have microchips. Go through, update that information, and make sure you have updated tag information on, well, hello there. Are you serious? The police are here. Not here at my house, but on the other side of the road. Make sure you have updated tag information. Again, I was not prepared this year, which I'm hoping in the 6 months coming up to this next year, I will be prepared a whole lot better, which unfortunately, I think next year I might have to order off of Amazon quite often. I don't want to do that, because I'd rather work on my makeup collection. You know this. Okay, so last year was 90. Don't come over here. Don't you do it. People cutting through my damn lot. What is with you? Stop it. It was 97 degrees last year, so there was no way that I was going to put a thunder shirt and a harness on top of my dog when he already runs really hot. So that is not ideal for him. With everything this poor boy is going to have to wear, no. But thunder shirt. Okay? What the hell, people? I'm literally gonna have to move. Oh, the Blazer doesn't have a battery. I can't do that. And the freaking Sable doesn't have any damn brakes. Freaking alarm went off. Sorry about that. Again, I know all of this is very, very extreme. It's extreme even for me. I'm somebody who likes the bare freaking minimum on my dog. That is it. If it's too damn hot to mark him as a service dog, newsflash, I'm not going to. Okay? Now, we need a good, steady leash for all 3 dogs. Hubby has his hanging up over there. And then Maddie's is over there as well. This just happens to be the one that hubby picked for Mr. Mufasa. Okay? The one that I had originally picked, hubby was not very happy with, so I told him, change it. If you're not very happy with it, change it. But this leash, I think, is by Kurgo.com. But you can tell this has been well loved. And then, once he has his thunder shirt on, I am going to put this over top of it. This says service dog in training because I'm still going to be working with him when fireworks happen. So, it has a hook for the leash and it's got a handle on the top. This has everything that I need or will possibly need for 4th of July. Now, with the thunder shirt, they also separately sell, they're clear over there at the moment, and I don't feel like getting up. They sell separate pheromones that can help calm them. I have said pheromones, but again, they're clear over there, which I do intend on using. So, with that, I love you guys, and I hope you guys are having a good day. Bye, guys.